Hey y'all. Okay, so I just got done watching a movie. I wanted to do a video on it. Actually, I watched it yesterday and I watched it again today so I could basically decode it. um, it's an older movie. It's called Color of Outer Space. I believe that's the name of it. It's a movie by H.P. Lovecraft. I've read quite a few of his books and watched quite a few of his movies. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have. He's really good at making movies. A lot of his movies, well, all of them seem to be fiction, but really I mean, they're supposed to be like just for entertainment. But from what I've noticed with his movies, they're actually based on some things that may be real. Okay. Um, I deal with a lot of stuff from like the ancient texts and books and stuff like that. Um, the Emerald Tablets and Thoth, Tahuti, just to name a couple of things I've, I've done my research on. Um, there's a guy out named Billy Carson. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of him. If you haven't, you need to research him. He's on everything, social media. He was on Ancient Aliens. That's how I very first got hip to him. Because I'm like a big Ancient Alien. I used to watch it like all the time. And he was on there. Anyway, he's doing like a lot of stuff now. I really love his music. He has vegan shoes out, like gym shoes and stuff. And like he helps he helps out a lot of people in need. He raises money. He puts out a lot of information, like on the conscious side, or things that were normally hidden from the public, or they were actually in plain sight, but some stuff was hard to understand or it was distorted. Okay, he tells it in a way that you can understand. That he has a book too that I'm actually getting ready to purchase. Um, it's on Amazon. He goes by Forbidden Knowledge, and his name is Billy Carson. Billy Carson. Get him. His music is really good. I listen to it in the morning, like from taking a shower. I love it because I'm a big opera person anyway. I love opera music. I'm very diverse. I like different music, but opera has always been one of my low key things. Only people close to me know I like opera, and a lot of his music has instruments and instrumental and like opera, like not opera. You have to listen to it yourself so you can see. But it's based off of the like 432 hertz and stuff like that. It's good for your body, your brain, your DNA. So I listen to these in the morning. He's one of the people I listen to because I just rotate. But anyway, before I get way off track, a lot of the movies that H.P. Lovecraft has put out in his books, Billy Carson has broke down some of the things in his book that he wrote. So I know I haven't actually got to read his book yet, but like I said, I've done a lot of studying myself, and I just know a lot of the stuff that H.P. Lovecraft puts out is not just for entertainment. So there's a movie called The Color of Outer Space, okay? When I watched this movie, it basically made me think about what's going on right now. Now, I don't know exactly when it was released, but I know it was last year sometime. So it was 2019, but I don't know the exact date. This movie is reminding me of 5G and what's going on right now, okay? Or and what's to come. Unless, yeah. I don't know. I think some things can be changed, but some things are already written. I'm just going to say that. I think you can change some things with your life, by changing your mindset and some other things. And I believe in using different tactics or whatever you want to say. I'm a spiritual person, okay? So I don't believe in the religion, so to speak, but people who do, I think that's good for you. If you go to church, whatever works for you to put you in a good mood or inspire you to be a better person, I'm all for it. I just wasn't really raised like that. My mom did use the Bible a lot, you know, and we studied at home, but my lifestyle didn't match up with what the Bible was saying. So a lot of things I had to go deeper, and I have found out different meanings. Okay, and I found out a lot more as I got older. It didn't all just come to me at once. So basically, what I'm saying is I'm more of a spiritual person. I'm into metaphysical things. Okay, so I deal with everything on a metaphysical aspect and a spiritual aspect, occult stuff like that. Just basically hidden knowledge. Okay, people hear occult and they think devil worshiper or whatever. But if you actually Google it and research the word occult, it's basically just hidden knowledge, okay? And that's what I deal with. And I was raised, but my dad was into metaphysical stuff. He did quite a few things, okay? He tried different religions, and my mom was Christian Baptist. So I had a little bit of everything, okay? I've been introduced to just a little bit of everything on the religion side, and in my opinion, and what's worked for me is metaphysical. So basically, I work with the earth and I work with stuff like that, and just, you know, the things around us. Anyway, with that being said, H.P. Lovecraft, his movies are based off of the occult metaphysical stuff, okay? This movie is pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, I say watch it, okay? Watch it. If you have a book to decode, cool. If you don't, you can go on Amazon and get one. You know, there's all type of people that you could actually, I would say, get a book, just because you don't want to be just following someone blindly. Okay, so get a book from someone who is known in that field. Okay, that might help you along the way. There's a few books out I could recommend, but I would just say do your own research. You'll be led to what you need anyway, okay? Whether, you know, that's how I feel about that. But, so basically in this movie, it was showing how, okay, this is my take on it, and I'm going to do like a quick brief, okay? I'm not going to break it all the way down or anything like that, okay? In this movie, it appeared to me that there was something going on with the water, first off, okay? Because there was a guy there who was testing the water, and he was telling them not to drink the water. He had found something in the water, okay? Now, what I noticed about the guy that was testing the water, he would not accept water from anyone's house that he tested. He would not drink like liquor, alcohol. He was offered weed. He wouldn't smoke it. So I pay attention to all the things, the colors they're wearing, what their shirts are saying. Like, he had a book in his hand, the book, you know, so I broke the book down. In the movie, what was his name? Oh my goodness. See, I was going to write this down, y'all, and I didn't. Anyway, I forgot his name, but he's a black guy. He's the only black guy in the movie, so you're not going to, if you get the movie or if you've seen it, you're going to know who I'm talking about. But he didn't accept any drugs, any liquor, and he did not drink the water. Everybody else who was drinking the water was messed up. And I don't know if you've seen the movie Bird Box. Bird Box is kind of talking about, well, it is talking about 5G too. And how if you're on a higher frequency, you will not be affected by the 5G and the things that are going on. You want to raise your vibration. You want to change your diet, you know, altogether. But I don't want to get on here preaching about that, because I talk about the diet on every video, but I'm passionate about it. Not just what I eat. I'm passionate about what I put on my body, what I, you know, just everything, okay? What I bathe with, all that. Anyway, so in this movie, though, it just like, because I started talking about this 5G like a couple years ago, and all my friends were like, oh my God, here she go. Like, I'm passing out crystals and stuff. Like, here, guys, here. Or I'm telling them where to go get crystals at. My teenagers, they were buying me crystals, so we were exchanging crystals. You know, it was just like I was going crazy on this 5G thing. And everybody was like, calm down. It is not that serious. You know, nobody wanted to hear it. So when I seen that movie, I was like, oh, wow, pretty cool. Um, a friend of mine had recommended it, like, yeah, that's going to be something you like. You got to check it out. So I went and got it yesterday. And it's pretty good. I like it. And basically, to me, it just sums it up to the 5G. Like, people were going, like, bird boxing, going crazy. That's what we call it, like, the movie Bird Box. You know how they were, like, flipping out. They were seeing things. They were just, like, out of their mind. That's what was happening in the movie of Color from Outer Space. It was, like, the only one person who was not losing their mind, for real, was the black guy who didn't drink. He did not drink liquor, alcohol. He didn't eat. He didn't drink the water they offered him. And he was there testing the water anyway. I forgot what he called himself. Dang, I gotta get better at these notes, okay? I'm gonna get better at these notes. I just want to get this point out, basically, because I know this is very relevant to what we're going to experience, and it is. So I recommend everybody get some crystals. They have like the shungite, I think that's what it's called. And I think it's called shungite. I call it shungite or shungite. And then they have what's the other one? Hold on, I'll go get it for you. I have one in my living room I keep right there. I have them everywhere, honestly. Okay, but this is a good one to have. You might want to have one in every room, and they're really cheap right now, just because of what's going on. So are the bracelets. What is it? Tourmaline. Okay, so it's tourmaline. It's black. They're black. Tourmaline, and then the shungite. Shungite. Hold on, let me go get this crystal real quick. Oh, sorry for that. I love getting up in the middle of the video, obviously. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so here it goes right here. Now this one I have had a little rough time. It fell a few times, hit my floor, because I actually use this on my body. Okay, so here it goes right here. It's a cute little number. They have them and they're just all black. So this one has copper. Right here, that little circle, that spiral is copper. Excuse my nails. I'm actually about to do them right now. I was going to do my nails. I'll talk to y'all. Okay. So, you see the little copper spiral thing? And then right here is, that's like little particles of gold. Gotta try to put it to where you, yeah. And I'm hoping you guys can see it's got a clear quartz crystal in the top of it. Right there. And it has a spiral of copper around it. This one is pretty cool. I really like it. Look at that. It's pretty. See, it's been through some things, honey. This still works, though. It still works. It's been through some things. This is holding up. Look, oh, poor baby. But anyway, so these crystals actually help with the radiation and the stuff coming in. It helps block it. This takes on any negative energy, period, like from people, from radiation, all that stuff. I have a whole bunch of other crystals. I'm not about to go get all of them. I'll be all day trying to get crystals, okay? But anyway, that's a part of what I mean by metaphysical stuff too. So in this movie, okay, so you have this family that's the main character. You have, what's his name? Nicolas Cage. And he had his wife. He had a older son, an older daughter, and then they had a younger son. The older daughter, which was the only daughter, she was into metaphysical. She was into the occult. I guess she called herself a witch or something. I'm not sure. But the movie starts out with her actually doing a ritual. She had herself encased in a circle. She had, she's barefooted or whatever, and she's calling on the angels. Raphael, Michael. I can't even say Michael. I'm thinking about my son's name. I named one of my sons after him. Michael. Michael. Anyway, she's calling on the angels and she's trying to get her mom protected because her mom had cancer, and she was asking them to protect her from and like from this period. Come help her, protect her. Throughout the whole movie, she kept doing these little rituals. She had a book called Necronomicon. That's another book I have too. I just didn't really want to talk about that book yet because if you're not really that far into it, you get scared off from that book. A lot of stuff people get scared from, instead of reading it, seeing if they can resonate with it, and move on. Either you do or you don't. I'm a person that likes to. I believe that he who reads one book knows nothing. Okay, so even if I can't utilize that information in that book, at least I'll know what's really going on. Instead of just going off what people say, like, hey, don't do that, that's bad, you're gonna go to hell, you're gonna burn, you're gonna, and to me, those are all tactics. Those are all like scare tactics, and that's fine, for it's not really fine, honestly. Okay, I'm just like I'm really in a place in my life where I don't really take sides, with nobody. I really just stick to what I feel, what I know. And some people are going to be in that situation. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, where that's all they know. And then you have others who are waking up from that. And then you have others who have already been awoke from that. So they know like this stuff is not a good thing. It's really just, it's ways to keep you afraid or whatever, So anyway, she was reading this book called the Necronomicon. She was doing these little rituals and stuff to protect her, get her out of this situation she was in. And her mom was like sick from cancer or something. So she was like asking for help to heal her mom or whatever, with the rituals, using the metaphysical, using the occult. She's calling on angels and stuff and asking for assistance, for healing, instead of just like praying to Jesus or something like that. Nothing wrong with that. That's what you do. Different strokes for different folks. This movie was just like hitting different areas, and I was like, wow. Now H.P. Lovecraft is really good for that, but it's a lot of it's normally so hidden that you have to be deep in the occult world to get that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you have to know, like, you have to be in that type of lifestyle to even know what he's talking about. But this movie was just like, it was out there. It was just like letting you know. Well, anyway, so this meteorite, so-called meteorite, hits their property. Okay, they live on this farmland. They have alpacas, look like llamas. Okay, and that's what they look like to me. But he kept saying they alpacans, whatever. So this meteorite hits their land. It's purple, right? Now it's just like you could tell once it hit as soon as it hit their property, everybody started acting crazy. Nicolas Cage immediately started having this, like, he kept saying like everything smells, and he kept having a drink liquor, and he was like, he wasn't being himself, basically. The wife, him and the wife both started getting into it. The second day after the meteor hit, or whatever it was, okay, purple flowers just started growing by their water, where the well was. I mean, by their well. I said by their water. Yeah, same thing. Anyway, by their well. They're just growing around the well, okay? And it wasn't even a time for the flowers to be growing, basically. The next thing you know, tomatoes are growing out of nowhere when they're not supposed to. They're big and they're plump. And they're nice and juicy looking. The peaches were growing. But everything was turning purple in the same time, too. Okay, what I noticed is they didn't have any Wi-Fi. Their phones were not working properly. Okay? They kept getting these, like, ringing in their ears, like a noise, and they couldn't deal with it. So they kept doing like this, and you could hear it, like, it's like a high frequency noise, basically. So they were like on a lower frequency. So the noise was affecting them. The little boy kept going outside, talking about he's playing with his friends. He's talking to his friends. This was now after this meteor fell. He kept going outside, talking about he's talking to his friends at the well. Like, there's somebody down in the well I'm talking to. His sister left him outside, letting him talk to the thing. She heard the boy whistling. When she turned her back, she heard a whistle come from the well because it was echoing. She turned around like she heard it, like, but kept on going in the house like it wasn't nothing. The mom supposed to be preparing dinner. Mind you, all this crazy stuff started happening after the so-called meteorite or whatever hits the ground. The mom's in there cooking dinner while they're watching the news because the news had came out and news reporters and everything. The mayor had came out to their farm once Nicolas Cage had called who did he call? I think they called the police or somebody. I don't know. I can't remember what happened. Yeah, they called the police. Yeah. So it was just like they wasn't putting it together what was going on. Okay, now the daughter and the oldest son, they noticed something was going on because when the oldest son put the llamas up or alpacans or whatever they call them, when he went to go put their alpacans up, they had like 4 of them. They was using them for milk or whatever. I don't know. He was using them for farming, which was different. But and he said he was doing that because of the Mayans. The Mayans are from the ancient texts, the civilization that supposedly came up missing. Okay? Supposedly. So anyway, he claimed that's why he had the llamas or whatever on the farm, whatever. So the llamas were outside. The son went outside to put the llamas up. He took them to the barn, put them in there to feed them. By the time he came back up the hill, the llamas was back out there in the same spot. Like he never put them in the barn. It was almost as if they were in a time loop, okay? And they were basically, okay? So he had to do this, 2 or 3 times, and they just kept coming out. The mom's preparing dinner. She didn't flipped out, okay? She dazed and chopping up a carrot. And this little son comes in there like, Mom, because the dad said, go get your mom or whatever, because he's watching the news and they're showing him on the news and he's like an idiot. He's like, I can't believe this. And he's complaining about how the news portrayed him like a drunk or whatever that was talking about UFOs. So he he tells the youngest boy to go get his mom. And so he gets up to go get the mom. Mom's in there cooking dinner. She's chopping carrots and she cuts her finger. Anyway, so they rush to the hospital. I don't want to tell the rest of the movie because it's almost the whole movie. Anyway, at the end, the one person who didn't drink or do none of that stuff everybody else was doing, he survived. When he came up, everything was ashes. And he's still talking about it was only a few people that knew what happened. I think that's really serious. I think it's worth checking out too, guys. But anyway, I almost told the whole movie. It's not a long movie anyway. But I just think that was pretty interesting, okay? Because I really know, that pertains to some things that are occurring now. You want to be on a higher vibration. The 5G is real. It's been here. And this is not something new. There's nothing new under the sun, okay? It's already been wrote. It's already been done. Of course. But it has. This stuff it's already been done. There's nothing new under the sun. Period. 5G was here in the ancient times, the ancient texts. I've seen it in so many ancient texts that I've been exploring. So anyway, that's just my little theory on it. I think everybody should watch it who hasn't seen it and see what you come up with. But it was pretty peculiar. Pretty peculiar how the one person who made it didn't partake in some of the things everybody else partaked in. Now, the girl, I'm trying not to tell anything, but she was the only one who was into the metaphysical. And she ended up opening up her third eye or her pineal gland. And it was like she went somewhere through the cosmos where, you know what I mean? That's what I got out of that. Because her parents and them, it was like they had a terrible death. But I don't know. I might watch it again. Who knows? Not tonight, though. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to stay in here that long. I'm going to polish my nails. And I don't know. Find me something to do. I have literally been just stuck in the house. Not stuck, but I've been in the house. That's what I do. I think I might do something. I might go visit a friend. I don't know. I don't know yet. Let's see. But I think you should check that movie out if you get a chance. It's called Color of Outer Space. It's Nicolas Cage. So if you can just remember Nicolas Cage, Color of Outer Space. So, yeah. Hopefully I didn't spoiler alert. But I believe you can, you have to find your own truth anyway. So no matter my little theories, you're gonna have to still try to watch it yourself. But I'm telling